What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Are You Serious? Of course, quarantine episode number, I don't know, we lost track now. We got the whole gang today, okay? We got Mr. Browning, Trystan, and Josh, so we're just going to get right into things. The NFL draft was this past week. There was some big time. I would say this is one of the deepest drafts that I've seen probably like ever, to be honest with you. There was like tons of good players like down the board, first, second, third round guys. So briefly, Trystan, what stuck out to you in the draft?
Well, the Cardinals getting Isaiah Simmons, the fact that he fell all the way to them is pretty big. Cowboys getting CD Lamb. No, they didn't need another receiver. Well, I mean, it's like a kind of need, but they need other positions, but it fell to them, so why not take that? And then, I mean, like a bunch of the quarterbacks and running backs falling so far down, like J.K. Dobbins on the Ravens now. Like, that's Jake Fromm on the Bills. Like, if Allen doesn't do well, Jake Fromm could take that starting spot. So, I mean, those were probably some of the pretty big things that stuck out right there.
Josh, what stuck out to you if you were watching it?
Trystan kind of went over most of the stuff. The only thing he didn't say was the CD Lamb meme, the phone grabbing.
Oh, taking his phone from his girlfriend, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Now, they will never – I guarantee the NFL will never let that happen again. They will not put cameras in people's houses like that because there were some hilarious memes. Like me and Brownie were talking about the mom that yanked that guy's girlfriend off his lap. Like, get out of the image. But I know I'm a Cowboys fan, but I think one of the biggest pickups of the draft, and as crazy as it sounds, they just won the Super Bowl, but the Chiefs getting the Clyde Edwards-Helaire dude, that
weird.
guy is a monster. He's like
that was a
freak.
weird pick for me though, because there's all the running backs are there still. They take Edwards-Helaire.
But what else do they need? Like, literally, what else do they need on their team?
Like, why not take Swift? Why not take J.K. Dobbins? Why not take Jonathan Taylor? They took Edwards-Helaire, the fourth.
I like that pick. He can really do everything.
I like him too.
You already have Williams, who's a speed back. Why not just cycle those through, and then when you're on third down, throw Helaire in there. He can catch, he can run, he can block, he can do literally everything.
And when Patrick Mahomes says, that's the guy I want, you know what you do? You draft the guy Patrick Mahomes wants. Right then and there.
Browning.
All right, but yeah, NFL draft just concluded, so I can't wait to see some of these rookies. I'm super excited to see Isaiah Simmons for the Cardinals. He's actually from Kansas.
That was a big pickup too.
That was a good pickup. I expect the Cardinals to compete next year. I really do.
Cardinals are going to be scary, I think.
That division's going to be tough, though. You got the Cardinals, Rams, 49ers, Seahawks. Like, that's probably the best division in football.
I was surprised.
All teams to make the playoffs.
And you've seen other analysts say this, but I was surprised at what Green Bay and Philadelphia did.
Oh,
if you're Green Bay.
Oh, you know Rodgers is livid.
Yes, because you're coming off an NFC Championship appearance. There are so many receivers right there. There's still some running backs that are better than what they drafted in the third round there or second round there, and you draft Jordan Love, who's, the Rodgers contract, you can't get out of it for 3 more years because of the money. So he's going to be your backup for 3 more years. What in the world are they doing? I have no idea.
The only thing maybe Rodgers was talking about retiring after this year or something. But why take a quarterback first round when you could have gotten a Jake Fromm?
They must have seen something crazy in him.
Nobody else did.
Maybe they want him to walk behind Rodgers.
I mean, I like Jordan Love, but
throw his mindset.
I mean, I don't think a player wants to sit on the bench for 3 years, especially a player that has caliber.
If you're going to sit behind somebody, Rodgers is the guy to do it. I mean, Rodgers did it.
And then Drew Brees, over there, gets a good lineman, and Rodgers gets stuck with another quarterback,
I heard an interesting take about Rodgers. Now, this is very presumptive, so it's not anything concrete at all. But wouldn't it be something if Bill Belichick calls the Packers and says, hey, let's find a way to restructure Rodgers' contract for years 1 and 2, bring him to New England. Rodgers can still get paid in years 3 and 4, and I don't know. It would be crazy if he did that.
I think the Patriots have their eye on Lawrence.
Yeah.
You think they're going to tank for Lawrence?
I think they want Trevor Lawrence bad. I think that's who they're going to get. I think that's why they didn't pick a quarterback at all. I mean, who's their quarterback this year?
Brian Hoyer.
thought it was Jared.
Yeah, they need
Wait a minute.
whoever it is. They're gonna get Lawrence,
You're
guaranteed.
telling me you think the Patriots are going to be bad enough to be somewhere in the top 10 to trade up to 1 to get Lawrence? Because Lawrence is going to go 1.
Oh, he's going to go one.
I think that's who they want.
Exit out of there.
I really do.
The mock draft for next year, I think they have the Jaguars as the worst team. So they'd have to trade a lot to get him, in my opinion.
Because the Patriots are about winning, and I don't think they care about being – I think they would rather tank this year and get Lawrence and try to be great than just be mediocre for however many years. Like, that's a great franchise. But, I mean, who knows? But let's move on past this. The Last Dance episodes 3 and 4 aired on Sunday. So we're kind of right in the middle of, like, the series. There's 6 more parts, I believe. It's a 10-part series, and they do 2 episodes a day for every Sunday. So since we're right in the middle of it, I figured I would go get some MJ Bulls trivia questions. Trystan and Josh, you're an MJ stan, so I'm expecting you to go at least – I have 8 questions here. I'm expecting you to go at least 6 out of 8, 5 out of 8 at the most. I'm not going to expect you to be perfect, but I mean, as much as you're backing up MJ, I need close to perfection here. Browning, I know, will probably get some because he lived through it all. But there's some tough ones on here. There's some pretty tough ones on here. But we're going to start right here. This is a very easy one. Browning, I'm going to ask that you sit out and let them answer first. And then if they don't get it, then you answer because I'm assuming you know some of them.
Fair enough.
So who wants to answer this first? I'll just ask this ahead of time.
I'll go first.
Okay. In 1982, Michael Jordan played in the national championship. What other NBA star did he compete against in that game?
1982 national championship. That would have – man, who would it be? I'm going to say –
I'm going to give you like a 10-second clock before I go to Josh.
who would they have played? That's the question. 1982.
Josh, what do you think?
Magic.
Oh, no. All right, Browning, tell him who it is.
Patrick Ewing, I believe, sir.
Patrick Ewing is the correct answer. Okay, we got 1 for 1. We can keep score here. Why not? 1 for 1 and 2 0 for 1s at the bottom.
Ewing, Georgetown?
Yeah, at Georgetown. Okay. This is a little bit tougher one. You might have to guess. But Michael Jordan averaged 41 points per game in a final series once, okay? What team was this against? Josh, I'll let you go first.
Oh, my. I know this one. I just can't remember it.
Final series.
It's like on the tip of my tongue, but I can't.
Couple more seconds. You might as well throw a guess out.
All right. I know it's not them, but I'm going to say the Pistons.
Trystan, who do you say?
I'm going to go Celtics.
In the finals, okay?
Oh, in the finals. Both those teams are Eastern teams. Did he do it? Did he do it against Portland?
He did not. He did it against the Phoenix Suns and Charles Barkley.
93. Okay.
Barkley. That Barkley beef, baby. Love that beef.
So Browning's 50%, and you guys are both over 2.
I was wondering because in the series against Portland, that's the one he went off for 35 in the first half. And he did
with like 6 threes. Yeah.
Shrugging the shoulders thing. That's what I thought it was. Okay.
Right. Okay. You guys should get this one because I've given you this before. So Trystan, I'll let you go first again. Name all the numbers that Michael Jordan has wore throughout his basketball career.
Oh, jeez. You have this one. Oh, what was there? I got 23.
Mm-hmm.
Was it like 13-1 or something like that?
Is that your final answer?
There's like, 3 numbers, I think.
Yeah, there's 3 numbers. I'll give you that.
23, I know for sure.
Mm-hmm.
There was like, what was this? The one game is like a bigger. Was it like 29 or something like that? The one game.
All right, I'm gonna say you ran out of time here.
Yeah.
Josh, what do you think?
I got 45, 23, and 8.
That is not correct. Brownie, do you think you know the answer?
I do not know the third one. I got 23 and 45.
23, 45, and on Valentine's Day, his jersey got stolen, so he had to wear the little memorabilia one, and it was number 12.
Wow. I would have never gotten that.
And he went off for
Never.
49 points that game.
Yeah, I watched that game the other day actually because it was on NBA Hardwood Classics.
If I can go make you two go 0 for 8, I will feel really good about myself and my ability to get trivia questions. So that's my goal at this point. Josh, this is yours again. As a Michael Jordan stan, I would think that you should know this. What is Michael Jordan's middle name?
Oh my God.
You're not gonna get this. Trystan, what do you think?
Oh my God. What would his middle name be?
Yeah, exactly. Why is
I'm gonna say let's go base. I'm gonna go Joseph.
Ooh, that's
That was a good guess.
Good
Brian,
guess.
tell him what it is.
Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
Michael Jeffrey Jordan.
That
Yes,
was
sir.
close.
That's it. So you have 2. You are 2 for 4, and I got you guys at 0 for 4 right now. Hopefully, I can keep this pace up. This is good pace. Okay, this might be a little bit harder one too. Okay, but Josh, as an MJ fan, you should get this. Okay, name every single team that Michael Jordan has faced in the finals. The finals. Trystan, I'll let you have a hack at it first.
Okay, well, I know the Pistons.
Final.
No.
In the
No.
finals.
It's gonna be a Western Conference team.
I don't know NBA back that.
all right? Hold
So with the Suns in there,
on, conference.
Okay.
is the Supersonics in there?
I'm just gonna count them off. There's 5. Okay, give me your 5 teams, and then at the end, I'll tell you if you're right or wrong.
Lakers, Suns, Supersonics. Who else? 76ers. And let's go. Who else?
Okay, well you're wrong already, but I'm just gonna switch it to Josh.
Dude, hang on. I'm gonna go Lakers, Suns, Pistons.
Wrong. All right, Browning, do you think you have it? Trystan, you got close. You got a few of them, but it can't be the Pistons because they're in the Eastern Conference along with Jordan. Like there's going to be all Western Conference teams.
Okay, so it was the Lakers in 91, the
Yep.
Blazers in 92,
Yep.
the Suns in 93,
Mm-hmm.
Sonics in 96, and then the Jazz in 97 and 98.
That is correct. That is all 5 of them. That is all 5 of them in order too. Impressive. That was impressive. So you're 3 for 5 now. That's 60%. Almost passing.
We'll get there.
I got you 2 at 0 for 5 right now. I'm feeling good about this.
You put a 1 in front of that and then add another 0.
All right. You guys might get this one. You might get this one. All right. What is the name? It's been the same name throughout, their history, I think, since MJ's played there. But what is the name of the Bulls arena? Either of you can hack at it if you think you know it.
The Bulls Arena. Jeez, what company is kind of Chicago?
All right.
based?
I don't know if you guys you think you might get it. You have any are you close to anything or
Isn't it
should I
called
move to Browning?
Hartman Arena or something like that?
Say again.
Hartman?
Hartman Arena
That's
is
the Life Center, baby.
that's in Kansas. Browning, tell them what it is.
The United Center.
The United.
Hartman Arena. I wish
That's where the Wichita Wild play, my guy. That's where the Wichita Wild play, the Fury, and the Wichita-based arena teams.
Dude,
Okay. Have you guys watched the Jordan documentary, like all of it yet?
No, not all of it.
You need to do it. Even if you don't like watching documentaries, you have got to watch it. It's fascinating.
Okay, well, I don't think that you will get this then, so I'll just go to Browning on this one, see if he can get it. Could you name 2 of the Jordan rules?
Oh, you have to. I know these. I know. I saw them on Twitter.
Yeah.
One of them, push him
So
to his left hand. Push him to his left hand.
Can you be like more specific on that?
yeah, you
There's
Okay,
a-
they're
Or
pretty
top of the
specific.
key, push him to his left hand. Make him, and then don't allow him to drive. Keep him on the. Don't let him go baseline. I know
Yeah.
there's one. of them.
push him in the
Those
middle.
are 2 right there.
Also, if he gets don't let him get in the air.
Don't let him get in the air.
Any kind of contact,
and if he posts up, double him from the high side.
Right.
If
A
he
little
goes,
something I read on Twitter the other day about this. David Thorpe, who used to be a writer for the NBA on ESPN, and now he does he's like a private one-on-one coach, said the way the Pistons defended Jordan was a disgrace to basketball. Your thoughts?
Yeah, one of them was
Back then, I don't really know if it was, but you know what the thing is also, I don't know if I want to say it was a disgrace. It's not like, I mean, they were playing physical. There were probably cheap shots here and there, but it's not like they were like hitting him with flying elbows and stuff in his head. I mean, Jordan was still averaging over 30, I think, in that series, so it couldn't possibly have been that bad.
Okay, but
you're gonna get like
look at the Pistons, and not just with Jordan and the Bulls, but how they were with the Celtics and the 76ers. I mean, they were ruthless. And you look at the NBA in the 80s, early to mid 80s, and teams are scoring more than what they're scoring now. I don't think there's a team in the league that averages less than 105 points per game. Then Detroit comes along and plays this physical, bruising style basketball, which led to the NBA in the 90s and early 2000s, which was brutal to watch. So they transcended the game, and I don't think for the better. That's just my thought on it.
Couple of points also. The narrative about LeBron wouldn't dominate in that era needs to completely go away and stop. Because if little Isaiah Thomas was dominating back then, I don't know what makes you think LeBron would go absolutely nuts. And as you say, basketball in the early kind of 2000s was brutal. Let's not forget the fact that LeBron did score 27 straight against a Pistons team that had Ben Wallace, Rasheed Wallace, Tayshaun Prince, and Rip Hamilton, another like hard-nosed, great defending team. So that narrative just needs to completely stop, I think. But that's just let me get off my soapbox real quick because I'm a LeBron fan. All right, and this is the last one. I'll see if you guys can name two of them. There's four total. I'll see if Browning can maybe name three or all of them. But I'll ask Browning the question. Who are all of his NBA coaches he's had throughout his career? And Trystan and Josh, can you name two of them possibly?
Oh, man.
Was it one like O'Brien or something like that? I remember.
He had one of them twice on different teams. So
I know who that is. I'll let them go first. See if they can get it. Gosh.
I'm trying to think. The interview where they said, give Jordan the ball and everyone get out of the way. I'm trying to think. What coach is that?
That is the one that he's had twice with two different teams.
Yeah.
What a great interview that was, by the way. A great comment to say that.
Oh, yeah.
Dang it.
Fine.
World. I'll give it a shot whenever they're ready.
You guys, you got to get one of them, right? The guy who won 6 with them. You do either, Josh. The fact that you can't get one is. I mean, if this was on set right now, I would be absolutely like on your head right now for this.
mad.
You should, Josh. You should say right now that LeBron is the greatest player of all time because you don't know that much about Jordan.
LeBron is the 4th best player of all time.
Alrighty.
Well, I'm not doing this today.
You might want to mute yourself.
Okay,
screen
so
alrighty.
Stan Albeck was his first one. I know that. And Doug Collins was his second. And obviously Phil Jackson. I'm trying to think who the coach was with the Wizards.
You already got the one with the Wizards. It was Doug Collins.
So you only had 3 of them then?
There's one more.
With the Bulls?
Yeah.
Oh, Kevin Lockerty.
Yeah, there it is. That's all right there. That's impressive. That is very impressive.
One of those dudes.
You said what?
Doug Collins. That was the only one I knew.
You don't know Phil
You
Jackson?
didn't know Phil Jackson?
The Triangle.
He got 11 rings. He coached Kobe and my goodness gracious.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was like, I know one of the coaches was on the Lakers. I was like, I just don't remember what his name was. It's like old dude with a mustache.
Hey,
there it is. That's the MJ trivia right there.
For the next show, here's what we're gonna do for the next show. Because of how bad Trystan and Josh were in this, we're gonna get my 4-year-old daughter and my 2-year-old son on the show next time and see if we can maybe get a little bit more of an improvement in the quality of the program.
Tristan, I understand. Tristan's more of like a soccer guy. But Josh, you're supposed to be the MJ, like his guy. Like that's your guy. He's the greatest. He's the greatest. Because I know if I ask you some of these questions about LeBron, you're getting more than one. You're getting at least one.
If I can be in defense of both these guys, though, is that that would be like then knowing about Michael would be like me knowing about Oscar Robertson.
Yeah.
And so I might get a little bit of leeway there. Now, Oscar.
I give Tristan. I give you guys both some leeway. But Josh, you get a little bit less leeway because you're the MJ stan.
Okay, but the Phil Jackson, I should have knew Phil Jackson.
You should know. But that's the MJ trivia right there because The Last Dance has been on. The Dennis Rodman episode was absolutely fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
That dude is an absolute monster, on and off the court. Not in a bad way, but I mean, he's just crazy, man. But that's that episode of Are You Serious? We will be back on Thursday or Friday. We don't know yet, one of the two. And we should have should I mention who we might have on the show?
Well, I'll just say this. We're going to post it on Friday regardless, but we might tape on Thursday. Okay. And no, don't get away with the guess yet. We don't want to jinx it.
This is another big one. People. Okay, so stay tuned in on Friday, and you'll see who we have on the show. But other than that, have a good rest of your week. Stay safe. And peace out. We'll see you then.